Hi guys, my name is Tweaky and welcome to my speed build for The Sims 4. The game populated a house with an older lady named Huff, who her aspiration turned out to be to become a musical genius. So I decided to build her a house, or I guess rebuild her a house, with that in mind. So I came up with this. I had an idea that maybe she was, she was just like a regular grandma who had like her midlife crisis. All of her kids had grown up and moved out, and she had grandkids, and they were growing up, and she decided to finally pursue her dream of music. So we're building her own little house. Putting the dirt around the outside, which it kind of gives like the illusion of shadows and makes it look, I guess, more refined. See, I hate trying to put plants and stuff in front of decks because they tend to get stuck. Like they hop up onto the deck, so there's a little gap there. You can see how how the plants keep hopping up onto the deck. I decided to make these bushes a little more flowery because, just plain shrubs are okay, but they're kind of boring. So we gave them some little flowers, so they're now flowering bushes. And we're doing the floor plan. I made this just one bedroom because it's just, the grandma living there. I figured she moved there after, she and her husband downsized after her kids moved out and everything. And so they just needed the one bedroom. It could have had two bedrooms upstairs, but maybe they had it renovated to just make it one big master suite. Who knows? I mean, I should know, but the floors and the wallpaper. I decided to change the wallpaper in the dining room because I thought it should be more, a little bit older, I guess, because she's still a grandma. Now putting in some coats. I like a lot of clutter, so I loved it when when I finally got the pack of those boxes. I think it was Get to Work, because I have a lot of boxes around my house. I tend to have a lot of clutter around my actual house, so maybe that's why I like it so much in game. So we got the study in here. It's a smaller office, but it's just for the one person, so I figured that was okay. She doesn't need a whole lot of room. And I figured that was So, she got some stuff from her grandkids that she likes to keep in front of her when she's working on, her probably writing lyrics and, paying her bills and stuff in here, as you do. And I know the bookshelves are already cluttered, but I wanted more. The empty spaces kind of bother me, so I suppose it says more about me than it does about The Sims. Now we're moving on to the living room, and I wanted this to be like really brightly colored. So I went through a lot of different rugs trying to pick out, the most colorful, bright, and I had to find a couch that matched. It doesn't quite match, but it's kind of a theme, a little bit, with the green and the orange. I like to use this TV because it's cheaper, it's small, but you can just size it up really easily, and then it's not quite as huge as the bigger TVs, and it's cheap, so. Little coffee table. This magazine is the only CC in this build, and it's not really necessary. There's not enough magazines. There's no magazines in the game. I could have put books there, but the Sims tend to put the books away when you leave them out like that. So I put little magazines on the table, and you can download those. They're really easy to find if you want them. If you want your own magazines. That plunger came from the debug menu. If you know how to, you just put in a bb.show hidden objects, and then you can see the debug menu, which has a bunch of the things that your Sims will use that aren't technically purchasable, but you can get them, like the plunger, the bag of coffee. There's all kinds of things. Usually they're free, but some of them do cost money, like the books and whatnot. But it's a great little extra cache of goods. Putting in a laundry room. I figured Grandma wanted a brightly colored washer dryer, so we went with yellow and aqua, because why not? Now we're in the kitchen. Some cabinets. I wish that there were more things that matched this tile wall, the tile background, the tile wallpaper, I guess you could call it, because I cut it out, but it took me a long time to actually to find wallpaper that I thought matched okay, and the cabinets. But apparently we're getting a whole bunch of swatches. Like 300 some odd swatches we're going to be getting soon, so I'm looking forward to that, making things match a little bit better. It'll be nice. It's because she wasn't going to have like an eat-in kitchen. I put the little island in there. I also wish there were more curtains. I'd like some more curtains, because there's not, the ones that are there are, they're great, but there's just not enough variety, I think. And they don't all fit all the windows. Sometimes the placements are really awkward. I'm just using that debug to put in some more clutter, because I like cutting boards, because the Sims always use them. Now the chair looks like it's really close to the refrigerator, but I did play test all of this, so the house works fine. Just if you download it, you should make sure that you have the bb.move objects cheat on, or some of the items that I've moved into places that they probably shouldn't be will disappear or fall off of where they are. So bb.move objects. You should actually just do that whenever you download a house, just in case. Plus, it lets you move things around a lot easier whenever you go in to tweak whatever you've downloaded. So this is Grandma's music room. She just kind of shoved the table out of the way and brought in all of her her music stuff. She's got some posters going up here, and she got her guitar and her keyboard, and I had just stacked up the other chairs off to the side. Because it's not like she's going to get rid of it, and eventually she'll have, and her family's going to come over, but she's getting it out of the way. Now we're on the porch, and I made the porch a lot bigger than I intended to, but that was okay because I figured she doesn't have the dining room anymore, so they can have, if they want to do a sit-down meal, she can do it out on the porch with the nice little patio set. And she's got all of her plants out here. I wanted to use that tree, but I couldn't think of a place to put it. Someday I'll find a use for it. It's such a nice tree. All right, now we're moving on to the bedroom. I spent a very long time trying to find the right bed, because I put up some curtains in a minute, and I knew that there was a bed that matched the curtains, but somehow I couldn't find it. So I actually had to leave this build, go into another build where I had the bed, and find it to find out where it was and put it on here, because I just could not find it for the life of me. Putting up some shelves. I love shelves because I love clutter, so I always put up shelves somewhere in a build with just a bunch of knickknacks and things on it. Clutter up the dresser, of course. I always put those folded clothes out, and I don't know why. I just do, because you would think people would put their clothes away, but I always put the folded stuff on top of the dresser for some reason. And I know that those were towels, but I just put them down there because I figured it looked like they could be folded up blankets. And now here I said I'm putting the clutter on the shelves. There's so much neat clutter stuff in all the packs, so it's pretty easy to find enough to fill up whatever area you want to. Make the house look more lived in. Because, I know some people have really neat houses and they're clean and they don't have, crap shoved onto every available surface, but no house I've ever been in. All right, and I forgot that I had to put in a back door, so this is just that. I thought about putting the B-box back there, but I didn't. And that's the end. So here's some screenshots. If you want to download this house, my ID is Twikii, Twikii, just like it's spelled here on the gallery. There should be a link in the description, and thank you so much for watching.